Have you ever wondered what lies at the heart of our galaxy? A place where gravity bends the light, where stars dance in unseen patterns, and where secrets of the cosmos quietly whisper their stories. Tonight, we're going to drift together toward the very center of the Milky Way, a journey through space, time, and wonder. Before we begin this cosmic voyage, if you enjoy exploring the universe with me, please subscribe to The Thoughtful Night and leave a comment telling me where you're watching from tonight. I'd love to know how far this story travels, and your presence will join us on this journey. Close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath, and imagine yourself floating gently among the stars. The galaxy stretches infinitely around you, a river of light and shadow, and in the distance, the dense heart of the Milky Way awaits. It is a place of mystery, of unimaginable gravity, yet also of quiet, slow beauty. A place where stars are born, ancient giants rest, and a hidden force shapes the destiny of our entire galaxy. As we move closer, notice how the light changes, how dust and gas swirl like silent dancers. The center of the Milky Way is not just a location. It is a story written across billions of years, a symphony of motion, energy, and creation. Tonight, we will follow that story, drifting through its luminous clouds, past glowing stars, and into the very presence of Sagittarius asterisk, the supermassive black hole that quietly rules the galactic heart. So let us begin, gently and slowly, letting the galaxy's whispers guide us deeper into its center, and perhaps, in the process, deeper into a sense of calm and wonder that carries us softly towards sleep. In the deepest reaches of the Milky Way, where the stars crowd close and the light bends in subtle ways, there exists a place both dense and mysterious, a sanctuary of gravity and shadow. Imagine drifting slowly through a vast field of stars, each one a quiet, glowing beacon, while streaks of dark dust weave their invisible paths across the galaxy. This is the galactic center, a realm both forbidding and strangely sacred, where the ordinary rules of space seem to stretch and warp under immense unseen forces. As you float forward, let your senses adjust to the weight of this hidden space. Nebulae ripple with faint colors, and star clusters glimmer like scattered jewels on a dark velvet cloth. Between the stars, interstellar gas and dust curl around themselves, tracing invisible spirals, shaping the paths of new and old suns alike. Every motion here feels slower, measured by forces that operate over millions of years. Yet all the while, the gravitational pull at the center subtly guides every orbit, every rotation, every subtle drift of cosmic matter. At the very heart of this darkness resides Sagittarius asterisk, a supermassive black hole whose mass exceeds 4 million times that of our Sun. Its presence is not seen in the traditional sense. You do not behold it as a shining object. Instead, you sense it in the invisible pull, in the orchestration of stars and gas around it, in the gravitational choreography that holds the galactic core together. Sagittarius asterisk is both invisible and omnipresent, a quiet architect shaping the motions of everything nearby. Picture yourself approaching it, though cautiously, for it is a place where light itself cannot escape. The stars closest to this invisible giant trace elliptical paths, some looping in swift orbits, others drifting in wide, languid curves. These motions tell the story of a force far stronger than anything you could feel on Earth. Yet it is gentle in its constancy, steady in its silent governance. Even from light years away, the effect is profound. Gravity here does not merely pull, it sculpts. The dust lanes of the galactic center form intricate veils, partially hiding the supermassive black hole, as if the galaxy itself has draped a cloak over its most sacred secret. These clouds of matter are slow-moving but inevitable in their progress. They swirl and twirl, occasionally collapsing to birth new stars, and always tracing the contours of the gravitational landscape. As you drift past, notice how the darkness is punctuated by these points of light, young and old, fiery and fading, each orbiting in the invisible web spun by Sagittarius, a star. Consider the mass of this central region. In a sphere just a few light-years across, Billions of solar masses are contained, compacted and compressed beyond everyday comprehension. The density here is extraordinary. A teaspoonful of matter from this heart would outweigh entire mountains on Earth. Yet the presence of this mass does not evoke fear when observed from afar. It evokes awe. It is a testament to the extraordinary scale of the universe, to forces operating far beyond human senses, and to the silent rules that govern all galaxies. Take a moment to imagine moving alongside a star orbiting Sagittarius, a star. This path is curved, precise, almost as if it is dancing to an ancient cosmic rhythm. Time itself seems to stretch here. A single orbit may span decades, centuries, or millennia. You are a silent observer of motions so vast and slow that human lifetimes are but fleeting flickers. And yet, in this quiet, the galactic center feels alive, pulsing with energy and potential. An eternal heart at the core of the Milky Way. Meditate on the way unseen forces shape visible beauty. Every star, every cloud of gas, every trace of cosmic dust responds to gravitational whispers. Here, in this dense core, matter and motion exist in harmony with a force that cannot be seen but can be felt in every trajectory, every luminous glow. The galaxy's heart is not chaotic. It is deliberate, organized. A subtle symphony orchestrated by the mass at its center. As you drift back from this intense gravity, allow your mind to linger on the enormity of what you have glimpsed. The center of the Milky Way is both terrifying and comforting in its constancy. It is a place where darkness holds secrets, where motion obeys invisible rules, and where the past and future of our galaxy quietly converge. Sagittarius A** stands as the silent sentinel of this cosmic cathedral, its influence shaping the galaxy on scales so vast they surpass imagination. In your meditation, carry this vision gently with you. The dense clusters, the swirling dust, the invisible pull of the supermassive black hole. Let it remind you that even in places unseen, order exists, and even in apparent darkness, light finds its way through the paths of stars. Here, at the heart of our galaxy, science and wonder coexist, guiding your mind to a place of calm reflection, where curiosity softens and awe settles like a quiet tide. Imagine standing at the edge of a cosmic river, though it is not water you see. It is a flowing stream of light and fire. The galactic center is alive with stars, packed densely into a volume far smaller than our sun's neighborhood. Every star is a luminous point in the darkness, yet their combined presence forms a river so thick that it seems almost tangible, glimmering like molten gold against the black expanse. As you drift along, feel the gentle pulse of this stellar river, the ebb and flow of ancient light and newborn fire, winding through the heart of the Milky Way. These stars are not scattered randomly. They weave intricate patterns, forming young clusters with brilliant, hot stars that blaze intensely for short cosmic moments, and elderly giants, swollen and cool, glowing with deep amber light. Each star tells a story. Some were born in the recent past, still tender and vigorous, while others have endured for billions of years, witnesses to the galaxy's slow evolution. The density here is extreme. Stars crowd close, sometimes brushing paths, yet most orbit in serene, graceful patterns. Venture closer in your mind, and you notice variable stars, flickering like rhythmic heartbeats, pulsing with energy and reminding you that even in the immense stillness of space, motion and change persist. These celestial signals trace invisible patterns, guiding astronomers' understanding of distances and structures, revealing the hidden dynamics at the galaxy's core. Each pulse is a gentle reminder of time's slow dance here, stretching and compressing in a realm so far removed from human perception. Among the flowing currents of light, young clusters shine like concentrated knots of energy, their stars bound tightly together in a gravitational embrace. Their brilliance illuminates surrounding clouds of gas, hinting at the ongoing cycle of creation and transformation. Nearby, elder stars drift in wider orbits, their paths less hurried but equally purposeful, moving in harmony with the unseen pull of Sagittarius, a star. The juxtaposition of youth and age forms a tapestry woven in both light and shadow, a river with eddies and currents that seem alive. Occasionally, stars collide or interact in more dramatic ways, releasing energy that ripples through surrounding space. Yet these moments of chaos are framed within the grand calm of stellar motion. Even as collisions occur, the overall flow remains steady and organized, a testament to the invisible forces governing this dense stellar population. The chaos is temporary, fleeting against the backdrop of millennia of orbiting and rotation. Imagine drifting slowly alongside one of these stars, tracing its elliptical path around the galactic center. You might feel as though you are gliding through a luminous forest, where each tree is a star and each branch a path of light. The motion is subtle, almost hypnotic, yet the influence of gravity is everywhere, shaping orbits, guiding clusters, and maintaining the delicate balance of the river. In this dense stellar environment, every star's journey is a small note in the galaxy's quiet symphony, their collective motion a melody written over eons. Consider the concept of time here. A single orbit of a star near the galactic center may take decades or centuries, yet these spans are brief in comparison to the life cycles of stars themselves. Time stretches and slows in your mind as you contemplate these vast scales. The river moves steadily, and yet individual stars appear almost frozen in their brilliance, their light tracing paths that have persisted through countless galactic rotations. Visualize the gentle weaving of young and old stars, of bright hot suns and dim fading embers, of clustered knots and solitary wanderers. Their motion is like threads on a cosmic loom, interlacing to form patterns too intricate for the eye to fully grasp. Each star's orbit, every slight deviation, contributes to the grand design, creating a river that flows without a single wave out of place. This is the dance of stellar populations at the heart of the Milky Way, serene yet profoundly dynamic, chaotic yet harmonized. Meditate on the beauty of such order born from apparent density. The stars, crowded so closely together, do not collide constantly. They move in concert, guided by gravity's gentle hand. Their energy, their light, and their orbits are the pulse of the galactic center, echoing silently across the vastness of space. Here, near Sagittarius *, the flow of the stellar river reminds you that even amidst immense complexity, patterns emerge, motion persists, and time leaves its subtle imprint on everything it touches. As your mind drifts away from the galactic center, carry the image of this luminous river with you. Sense the interplay of age and youth, chaos and harmony, motion and stillness. Let the density of stars, the quiet elegance of their paths, and the gentle tug of gravity guide your thoughts into a place of calm reflection. In the heart of the galaxy, life cycles continue in slow, measured rhythm, and you are a silent witness to the eternal river of stars that flows through the darkness, radiant and unending. Now, let your thoughts drift inward, deeper toward the Milky Way's center, where stars are not the only wonders. Between the stellar river, immense clouds of gas and dust float like silent islands, waiting for their moment to ignite. These molecular clouds are the hidden sculptors of the galaxy, veiling the heart in shadows and mystery. Imagine approaching one. A dark, dense shape, cold to the touch in your mind's eye, yet alive with potential, cradling the seeds of future suns. Look closer, and you see flickers of light breaking through the darkness. Tiny sparks of star formation, pockets of glowing gas where the first fires of new stars have awakened. These clouds are enormous, spanning light years, yet within them, gravity whispers and gathers matter slowly, steadily, until a core ignites. Here, in this cosmic nursery, life on a stellar scale begins. Colorful nebulae shimmer like delicate flames frozen in time. Reds, pinks, and blues painting a soft glow across the invisible canvas of space. Imagine breathing in the scent of these clouds, as if dust itself carries a perfume of ancient chemistry, faint and sweet. The dust scatters starlight, softening it, hiding the tumult within. Each swirl of gas is a current, each eddy a gentle caress, guiding particles into shapes and forms that will one day shine as new stars. The interstellar medium, often unseen, is as essential to the galaxy as the stars themselves, shaping orbits, fueling creation, and keeping the heart of the Milky Way alive. Some clouds glow fiercely in ultraviolet light from nearby massive stars. These ionized gases pulse with energy, aurora-like, reminding you that even stillness contains movement. Other clouds are silent, cold, and opaque, concealing their treasures until gravity insists upon revealing them. Within these veiled regions, dense cores slowly collapse, their matter spiraling inward, heated by compression until nuclear fusion awakens. A star is born, unseen by human eyes at first, but radiant in its own quiet existence. Picture the clouds swirling in slow, inevitable motion, twisting like smoke in zero gravity. They move around the galactic center, pulled by the unseen hand of Sagittarius asterisk, caught in gentle eddies where stars have already passed, and where stars will one day form. Their movement is slow, almost meditative, but the consequences are immense. In every swirl lies the story of creation, every particle of dust, every atom of hydrogen, a note in the galaxy's symphony. Some clouds carry the remnants of older stars, the ashes of supernovae, scattered elements heavier than hydrogen and helium. These clouds are recycling centers of the cosmos, transforming death into life. Their dust and gas become the building blocks for new solar systems, new worlds, new potential for the light of stars yet to come. Consider how each speck of dust was once forged in the heart of a long-dead star, and now drifts quietly, waiting to be gathered into the next generation of life in the galaxy. Within these clouds, magnetic fields weave invisible threads, guiding particles along gentle arcs, shaping the motion of gas, and influencing the rate at which stars can form. You might imagine these threads as cosmic brushstrokes, painting the delicate patterns of star formation, invisible yet profoundly influential. They remind you that even in apparent chaos, unseen forces hold sway, sculpting beauty over timescales far longer than a human lifetime. Now imagine a newborn star piercing its dusty veil, sending out beams of light that illuminate nearby gas in a tender glow. These young stars often cluster, forming compact regions where gravity binds them together. Their heat causes the surrounding dust to glow softly, casting an otherworldly light that dances across the interstellar clouds. Each newborn star is a beacon of hope, a quiet miracle, and a testament to the slow, inevitable transformation that defines the galactic center. As you drift back from these clouds of fire and dust, let your mind linger on their duality. Silent yet active, cold yet alive, hidden yet glowing. They are both cradle and crucible, places of creation and transformation, shaping the Milky Way from within. Every swirl, every glowing filament, every hidden core carries the story of time, gravity, and matter intertwined. A reminder that even in the dark, life and light are always forming, always evolving. In the heart of the galaxy, clouds of fire and dust perform a silent ballet, unseen by most, yet fundamental to the galaxy's rhythm. Their gentle, patient movements mirror the slow, eternal dance of stars and black holes alike. And as you release your mind from this vision, carry the sense of wonder, the awareness of slow cosmic creation, into the quiet spaces of your own thoughts. Here, at the galactic center, life is always unfolding, invisible but present, radiant yet concealed, inviting you to rest within its eternal rhythm. As you drift closer to the very heart of the Milky Way, a presence emerges that cannot be seen directly, yet its influence is undeniable. Imagine a force so powerful that it shapes the paths of stars, bends the very fabric of space, and governs the rhythm of the galaxy itself. This is Sagittarius A*, the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. a silent sentinel whose gravity binds the Milky Way in a slow, elegant embrace. Though invisible to the eye, its presence is felt everywhere, like a deep pulse echoing through the cosmic heart. Picture the stars around it, tiny sparks spinning in intricate orbits. Some pass close, tracing dizzying curves that hint at the invisible hand guiding them. Others drift more gently, caught in the black hole's immense gravity, their motion slowed and stretched in a cosmic waltz. Here, time and space themselves respond differently. Relativity whispers its subtle truths, reminding us that the universe is more wondrous than our senses can grasp. Sagittarius A** has a region called the event horizon, the boundary beyond which nothing can escape, not even light. Imagine a sphere of absolute silence, an invisible surface that draws everything inward. Matter falling toward it forms an accretion disk, a glowing, swirling halo of gas and dust spiraling ever faster as it nears the unseen center. Light bends, time dilates, and energy radiates outward in brilliant, yet gentle flares. Even from a distance, you sense the majesty of forces so immense that they challenge comprehension. In your mind's eye, watch a star venture too close. It is stretched, elongated, almost sculpted by the tidal forces of the black hole, before swinging around and continuing its orbit, a reminder of power that cannot be tamed. These stellar dances happen silently, with a precision born of gravity alone, a choreography that has persisted for millions of years. The invisible guardian commands not through noise or spectacle but through the quiet authority of its mass. Visualize the accretion disk glowing softly, a luminous ring encircling the dark heart. Its light is not uniform but flickers, pulses, and shifts as clumps of matter spiral inward. Magnetic fields twist around the disk, channeling energy outward in gentle jets that pierce the surrounding clouds. These high-energy streams sculpt the environment, shaping the clouds of gas and dust, guiding the motion of stars, and quietly orchestrating the flow of matter in the galactic center. Though we cannot see Sagittarius A** with ordinary eyes, its presence is revealed through the motion of stars and the glow of matter around it. Astronomers track these stars, observing their dizzying speeds and curved paths, mapping the invisible. And in this act of observation, we begin to grasp the profound influence of the unseen, realizing that what we cannot see may be more powerful than what we can. Reflect for a moment on the paradox of such a place. It is both destructive and essential. It consumes matter, yet without it, the galaxy would lose its structure, its rhythm, its cohesion. Sagittarius A** holds the Milky Way together, a silent architect sculpting the motions of countless stars and the flow of interstellar matter. Its invisibility is part of its poetry, a reminder that some of the most profound forces in the universe are hidden from sight, yet their presence shapes everything. Imagine drifting past the black hole in thought, close enough to feel its pull yet safely distant. Stars orbit like fireflies around a dark pond, their paths illuminated only by the light they carry. Time near the event horizon slows in ways that challenge imagination. Yet from afar, the motion appears serene, hypnotic, and almost eternal. Here, you sense a deep stillness, a quiet order beneath the apparent chaos of countless stars and clouds. The invisible guardian teaches a gentle lesson. Power does not need to be seen to be felt. It reminds us that the universe is vast and layered, that much of what matters exists beyond our immediate perception. Every orbiting star, every swirling cloud, every flare of energy is a note in a symphony composed by this unseen conductor. And in that symphony, there is harmony, balance, and an enduring rhythm that has persisted for billions of years. As you drift away, allow your mind to linger on the idea that even in darkness, there is structure. Even in absence, there is presence. Sagittarius A** is a monument to the unseen, a force of creation and order hidden behind a veil of mystery. Let the sense of awe settle softly around you, a gentle weight of wonder that mirrors the quiet gravity of the black hole itself. Here, at the very heart of our galaxy, the invisible guardian watches and shapes, silent, patient, eternal, reminding you that the cosmos is filled with unseen forces that are, in their own way, as comforting as they are magnificent. As we drift gently outward from the supermassive black hole, the heart of the galaxy begins to unfold like an ancient, living manuscript. Here, time seems to stretch and fold, revealing stories written in light that has traveled for millions, even billions of years. These are the cosmic time capsules. Ancient stars, remnants of long-gone generations, globular clusters that have survived countless cosmic seasons. Each one is a witness to the galaxy's history, carrying the memory of creation in its faint, steady glow. Picture a cluster of stars, tightly bound, spinning slowly around the galactic center. Some shine with a golden warmth, old and steady, while others flicker brief flashes in the deep tapestry of space. Their light is faint but persistent, a testament to resilience against the pull of gravity and the chaos of nearby neighbors. These clusters are like ancient libraries, each star a page, each light year a paragraph, preserving the secrets of cosmic time for anyone patient enough to read. Among these timekeepers are remnants of stars that once blazed brilliantly but have now ended their lives in spectacular ways. Pulsars spin with relentless rhythm, beacons of precise timing, their pulses echoing through the galaxy. Neutron stars, dense and enigmatic, hold the memory of collapsed suns within them, almost like relics from a vanished era. And scattered amidst them are white dwarfs, faintly glowing fossils, carrying the essence of stars long extinguished. Together, they form a subtle network of cosmic storytelling, a quiet record of birth, death, and transformation. Imagine wandering through these ancient fields in thought, moving from one star to another, feeling the pulse of time itself. The stars near the center are older than most, survivors of an environment both beautiful and perilous. Collisions and near misses are common here. Yet despite the occasional chaos, the galaxy preserves these stellar relics with an almost tender care. They are reminders that even in the midst of motion, destruction, and change, continuity persists. Visualize the paths of these stars. Some drift slowly, tracing elliptical orbits, their journeys measured in millions of years. Others swing more swiftly, tugged by gravity into tight spirals, yet all are connected in the unseen web of forces that defines the galactic center. Every orbit, every pulse, every faint glow carries a story of endurance and transformation. And in this delicate balance, you perceive an almost sacred rhythm, the slow heartbeat of a galaxy that has been pulsing for billions of years. Consider the poetic idea that looking at these ancient stars is like peering into the galaxy's memory. Light from a star may have begun its journey before Earth even formed, crossing vast distances to reach your eyes. In that light is preserved a piece of history, a whisper from a time we can barely imagine. By observing them, we connect with the long arc of cosmic evolution, understanding that the universe is not only immense in space but rich and deep in time. Among these time capsules, some stars bear the scars of their lives. They have lost mass, flung matter into space, or merged with neighbors in a silent collision. And yet, from these endings arise new beginnings. Gas and dust recycled, forming new stars, planets, and perhaps future life. The center of the Milky Way is a vast memory bank, storing both the wisdom of the past and the potential of what is yet to come. Meditate on this. Each pulse of a neutron star, each faint glow of a white dwarf, each orbiting ancient giant is a small, quiet proof of endurance. They remind us that even the grandest, most turbulent parts of the universe are governed by continuity, by laws that preserve structure across eons. These cosmic fossils invite us to slow down, to measure time differently, to feel the patience of the universe in our own hearts. As your imagination moves among these clusters, allow yourself to sense the magnitude of time they represent. Millions of years pass like a breath, billions like a heartbeat, and yet everything remains connected. The supermassive black hole at the center continues to pull and shape, while these stars preserve the galaxy's memory. In their light, you glimpse the threads that bind past, present, and future, the enduring narrative of existence written in the language of matter and energy. Finally, let yourself rest in the quiet majesty of these cosmic time capsules. They are the keepers of history, the silent archivists of the Milky Way, a meditation on endurance, transformation, and the continuity of life and matter. In their steady, patient glow, find a sense of calm and wonder, a gentle reminder that even across incomprehensible spans of time, there is beauty, order, and memory. Drift among them in thought, carrying their stories softly into your sleep, letting the heartbeat of the galaxy echo within you, eternal and gentle. As you drift further into the heart of the Milky Way, the calm of ancient stars gives way to a subtler, almost hidden vibrancy. Here, energy pulses unseen but deeply felt, shaping the galaxy with gentle insistence. X-ray flares erupt from hidden corners, gamma rays whisper across vast distances, and magnetic fields twist and coil like invisible dancers. Though imperceptible to our senses alone, these phenomena animate the galactic center, revealing the unseen motions that govern the cosmos. Imagine floating just above the dense star fields, feeling the subtle hum of energy permeating space. Clouds of charged particles spiral along magnetic lines, glowing faintly in wavelengths our eyes cannot see. The invisible becomes almost tangible as you sense the silent currents moving through the galaxy, an orchestra of forces quietly conducting the motions of stars and gas alike. Even in the absence of light, energy leaves traces, ripples and pulses that speak of power both gentle and immense. Near the supermassive black hole, these effects intensify. The immense gravity twists space and time, sending waves of energy spiraling outward. Occasionally, a flare erupts from the accretion disk, a sudden flash that illuminates the surrounding darkness before fading back into silence. Such bursts, though brief, ripple across the galactic center, touching distant stars, clouds of gas, and invisible particles with the memory of immense forces at play. They are reminders that the universe's quiet moments often hide tremendous dynamism. Visualize aurora-like glows stretching across invisible magnetic fields, painting the dark with shimmering, silent light. These cosmic auroras are not colors we can see, but in your imagination, allow them to shimmer as gentle ribbons, weaving patterns of energy and motion. They trace the paths of invisible currents, mapping the forces that pull stars into orbit and shape the flow of gas clouds. In their rhythm, there is a quiet poetry, a balance between chaos and order, motion and stillness. Even the most powerful gamma-ray bursts feel strangely meditative when imagined in this way. Far from the violent perception of explosions, they become distant echoes, vibrations that tell the story of energy moving, transforming, and shaping the galaxy over eons. Their existence reminds us that the universe is not silent but speaks in languages we are only beginning to translate. By tuning our thoughts to these signals, we can feel the hidden symphony of the Milky Way, subtle and omnipresent. Energy flows here in 1,000 forms, from the heat of stellar remnants to the radiation that streams unseen from hot gas near the black hole. Every motion, every burst, every ripple carries information, shaping orbits, guiding clouds, and influencing star formation. The galaxy is alive not only in matter but in the quiet pulse of forces that remain mostly hidden, yet connect everything across light years. In their invisible presence, there is a strange comfort, a reassurance that order exists even in seeming unpredictability. Imagine the magnetic fields as threads, delicate yet unbreakable, binding stars and gas in an intricate web. Sometimes, these threads twist and snap, releasing bursts of energy that cascade across space. These events are not chaotic in the way we fear, but part of a natural rhythm, a cosmic breathing that balances creation and destruction. In this perspective, even the most energetic phenomena feel like gentle reminders of the galaxy's deep patience and wisdom. The echoes of energy extend beyond sight, reminding us that the universe operates on scales both immense and minute. Particles move along unseen paths, waves of light carry stories across millennia, and forces invisible to human perception maintain the delicate equilibrium of the Milky Way's center. To meditate on these forces is to feel the galaxy's heartbeat, a rhythm that persists through time, subtle yet unyielding, powerful yet serene. Allow yourself to rest in this awareness, imagining the black hole and its surrounding stars as part of a larger, pulsating organism. Energy flows like a soft current, invisible but unmistakable, knitting together the dense clusters, the clouds of gas, and the spinning stars. In this web of motion and influence, there is a poetry of balance, a quiet reflection on the invisible forces that make the galaxy more than the sum of its visible parts. As you drift through this landscape of energy, let the echoes guide your thoughts gently. Feel the pulsing X-rays, the spiraling magnetic currents, the silent dance of particles in your imagination. Each vibration is a reminder that the Milky Way is alive in ways we cannot fully see, yet can sense if we quiet our minds and open our imagination. Drift with this rhythm, carrying the invisible currents of the galaxy softly into sleep, letting the echoes of energy fill your dreams with the gentle power and wonder of the universe. Beyond the dense heart of the Milky Way, the galaxy stretches outward in a vast, graceful pattern. Its spiral arms curve and twist, reaching across space like the delicate brushstrokes of an unseen painter. Each arm carries stars, gas, and dust in a slow, measured dance, orbiting the center in ways both predictable and mysterious. As you imagine floating above this cosmic structure, you sense the silent rhythm of countless objects moving in harmony, a symphony conducted by gravity itself. Visualize the stars gliding along these spirals, each tracing its own path yet remaining part of a larger pattern. Some move swiftly, young and vibrant, full of energy and light. Others drift slowly, aged and wise, their paths tracing the long history of the galaxy. Together, they weave a tapestry of motion, a cosmic ballet that spans tens of thousands of light years. The spiral arms are not merely structures. They are living movements, echoing the invisible music of the universe. The gas and dust clouds follow this rhythm as well, tracing arcs that hint at unseen forces. These clouds are the seeds of new stars, slowly condensing under gravity's quiet insistence. They form patterns that shimmer in infrared and radio wavelengths, invisible to the naked eye yet vibrant in your imagination. As you float above, you can almost hear the faint hum of this motion, a resonance of orbits and rotations, a deep, slow symphony of matter and energy. Gravity is the silent conductor here, its presence everywhere yet invisible. It binds stars and clouds to the galactic plane, shaping their trajectories with patient persistence. Even the supermassive black hole at the center contributes, its influence reaching far beyond its immediate surroundings. You can sense the subtle pull guiding each object, a reminder that nothing in the galaxy moves entirely alone. Every motion, every orbit, every spiral arm is a note in a song billions of years in the making. Consider the timescales of this cosmic dance. Stars take millions of years to complete their orbits around the galactic center. Spiral patterns drift slowly, changing over tens or hundreds of millions of years. In the span of a human life, this movement feels frozen, but in the life of the galaxy, it is fluid, continuous, and profoundly beautiful. Meditation on these timescales invites a quiet awe, a sense of calm in the face of cosmic patience. The spiral arms themselves are sites of contrast and harmony. Within them, stars are born, live, and die. Supernovae punctuate the calm with bursts of light and energy, while clouds of gas gently coalesce into new stellar nurseries. This interplay of creation and destruction is not chaotic but part of the symphony, a recurring theme that echoes through the galaxy's structure. The spirals are both canvas and performance, a stage for the ongoing evolution of the Milky Way. As you glide along a spiral arm, notice the varying densities of stars. Some regions are crowded, clusters of young stars burning brightly in close proximity. Others are more sparse, older stars drifting in wide arcs. This contrast adds texture to the cosmic music, rhythm to the silent melody. Even empty spaces between stars carry meaning, highlighting the presence of the objects around them. The galaxy's composition is a balance of fullness and space, sound and silence, motion and pause. Imagine, too, the gentle twists of the spiral arms as waves propagating through the galactic disk. Stars move in and out of these waves, like dancers stepping on and off a stage in perfect timing. Gas clouds follow similar paths, compressing in some regions, rarefying in others, as if breathing along with the rhythm of the galaxy. This slow choreography gives the arms their coherent shape, a visual and structural harmony that can be felt even without sight. In this vast dance, everything is connected. The central black hole, the dense star clusters, the clouds of gas, and the diffuse outer stars all participate in the symphony. The motions of individual stars are small, almost imperceptible, yet together they form patterns of breathtaking complexity. Reflecting on this interconnectedness, you may sense a quiet serenity, a recognition that even in immense space, harmony emerges from the interplay of countless moving parts. Let yourself rest in this awareness, feeling the slow, graceful motion of the spiral arms. Imagine each star as a note in an endless, gentle melody. The Milky Way is alive with rhythm, its spirals and symphonies echoing through space and time. Drift with the music of the galaxy, carrying its harmony into your own mind, letting the cosmic dance guide you towards sleep, serene and wonder-filled. Beneath the spirals and symphonies, closer to the dense heart of the Milky Way, life continues in ways both violent and beautiful. Here, the galaxy is neither quiet nor static. Instead, it pulses with creation, a slow, deliberate unfolding of stars, gas, and energy. Imagine drifting through this region, where ancient giants coexist with newborn stars, and molecular clouds glow faintly under the influence of unseen forces. This is the center's secret life, a realm where birth and death intermingle seamlessly, where matter and energy cycle in a rhythm as old as the galaxy itself. Look closely at the star-forming regions, and you will see clouds of gas and dust condensing into bright, young stars. These newborns shine with a brilliance that belies their fragile beginnings, their light cutting through the murky veils of cosmic dust. Imagine them as sparks igniting in the dark, tiny lanterns lighting a vast cathedral of space. Their formation is slow, often taking millions of years, yet the process feels almost immediate when viewed through the lens of wonder. Each star is a small miracle, a testament to the patient creativity of the galaxy. Surrounding these nurseries, older stars continue their quiet existence. Red giants, swollen and luminous, radiate warmth across the crowded neighborhoods of the galactic center. Their outer layers drift outward, enriching the interstellar medium with elements forged in their cores. In this way, death feeds creation, as if the galaxy itself breathes, exhaling life-giving material that will someday condense into new stars, planets, or perhaps the seeds of life. Pause for a moment and let this cycle settle in your mind. Destruction and creation, intertwined, neither hurried nor forced, only flowing naturally. Supernovae occasionally punctuate this calm, sudden bursts of energy that reshape the surrounding environment. These explosions are both an ending and a beginning. They scatter heavy elements across space, illuminate neighboring clouds, and trigger new waves of star formation. Imagine the shockwaves rippling through the molecular clouds like gentle ripples across a cosmic pond, carrying both chaos and harmony in equal measure. In these moments, the center's secret life reveals its dynamic nature, showing that even in what appears peaceful, immense forces are at play. Amidst this cycle, the supermassive black hole Sagittarius A** exerts its quiet dominion. Stars orbit its unseen pull, sometimes grazing dangerously close before being flung outward again. Gas spirals into its gravity, heating and glowing as it approaches the edge, unseen yet vividly imagined. The black hole is both a destroyer and organizer, shaping the dance of stars, the paths of gas clouds, and the patterns of new formation. Its presence is a reminder that life at the galaxy's center is governed by forces beyond our immediate perception, yet perfectly balanced in their effects. The interplay between old and new is particularly fascinating here. Young star clusters sparkle brightly, packed tightly within small volumes of space. Ancient stars drift quietly, their light dimmed with age but rich with history. Together, they form a complex mosaic, illustrating the layered nature of galactic evolution. Meditate on this thought. Every star, whether ancient or young, contributes to the story of the Milky Way, and every cloud of gas holds potential for new chapters to unfold. The galaxy is both a library of the past and a nursery of the future. Consider the motions within these regions. Stars and clouds follow intricate orbits, weaving in and out of spiral arms and dense clusters. Collisions are rare, but when they occur, they spark new episodes of creation. Gas clouds compress, triggering star formation. Binary stars exchange material, sometimes leading to novae or other luminous events. Every movement, every interaction, is part of the larger rhythm of the center's secret life, a pattern so vast and slow that it almost escapes notice, yet is endlessly fascinating once perceived. The environment here is extreme. Intense radiation, strong magnetic fields, and gravitational tides dominate the region, shaping matter and energy with invisible hands. Yet within this apparent hostility, life persists, at least in the cosmic sense of formation, evolution, and transformation. Reflect on the resilience of the galaxy itself, carrying out its cycles across billions of years, silently, without hurry, without fatigue. There is a quiet poetry in this persistence, a lesson in patience, balance, and continuous renewal. As you drift further into this visualization, allow yourself to feel a gentle connection to this cosmic dance. The stars, the clouds, the black hole, the interplay of life and death. They are all part of a secret rhythm that exists beyond human perception, yet can be sensed through imagination and wonder. Let the knowledge of this ongoing creation fill you with calm, and imagine yourself floating through the center of the Milky Way, witnessing the slow, deliberate unfolding of its secret life. Here, at the heart of the galaxy, time stretches and bends. Creation and destruction coexist, each feeding the other. The Milky Way's center is alive, not with consciousness, but with purpose. A silent, majestic choreography that has been playing for billions of years. Allow yourself to rest within this rhythm, to feel the gentle pulse of stars forming, dying, and transforming. Carry this vision with you as you drift closer to sleep, letting the beauty of the galaxy's secret life settle your mind and awaken your sense of wonder. From Earth, the center of the Milky Way remains elusive. Thick clouds of interstellar dust and gas obscure our view, hiding its heart from the naked eye. Yet the galaxy does not vanish. It merely waits for us to look more deeply, to discover it in ways that transcend ordinary sight. Imagine standing under a clear night sky, where the stars are pinpricks of light across a dark canvas. The galactic center is there, hidden yet present, its story accessible only to those who can perceive the unseen. Astronomers have devised tools that reveal what our eyes cannot. Infrared light penetrates the thick dust, unveiling stars that have long been invisible. Radio waves trace gas clouds, mapping the contours of the galactic heart. X-rays and gamma rays illuminate regions of extreme energy, where matter interacts with magnetic fields and gravity in dramatic ways. Each wavelength is a lens into the invisible, a gentle guide that allows us to experience the galaxy's center without stepping beyond our own world. Visualize an infrared map of the center. Millions of stars glowing softly, their warmth hidden behind curtains of dust, yet now revealed. Young clusters shine brightly, their energy traced through the haze, while ancient stars, dimmed with age, whisper their presence through faint radiation. In radio images, filaments and clouds twist gracefully, like smoke caught in slow-motion dance, tracing patterns shaped by magnetic forces and past explosions. X-ray flares flash briefly, illuminating nearby material, reminding us that even in apparent darkness, activity is constant, vibrant, and unseen by human eyes. Consider how these observations reshape our understanding. The galactic center is not merely a static collection of stars and gas. It is a dynamic, evolving environment. Massive stars live fast, burning bright and dying young, leaving remnants that continue to influence their surroundings. Stellar remnants, pulsars, and neutron stars whisper stories of violent ends. Yet they also guide the birth of new generations. Through the invisible spectrum, we witness these cycles unfolding, the hidden threads of energy and matter weaving a tapestry beyond ordinary sight. Meditate on the patience required to see the unseen. Telescopes act as extensions of our senses, gathering light across time and space. Each photon captured carries a story, a whisper from the galactic center that traveled tens of thousands of years to reach us. In this way, observation becomes meditation, a slow, deliberate act of listening, watching, and learning. Science, in its careful attention, opens a door into realms otherwise inaccessible, allowing us to touch the cosmos gently, through the veil of distance and dust. The center's invisible nature also invites imagination. Without the obstruction of direct sight, we are free to envision stars weaving through dense clusters, clouds spiraling around unseen giants, and flares dancing like sparks in a dark cathedral. Poetic contemplation and scientific observation intertwine here. Data provides the map, imagination paints the landscape. In this fusion, the galaxy becomes both known and mysterious, a place where certainty and wonder coexist. Even with advanced instruments, much remains hidden. The supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A*, cannot be seen directly. Its presence is inferred from the orbits of nearby stars and the motion of gas clouds. Yet this invisible force shapes everything around it, organizing stars, influencing matter, and guiding the rhythm of the galactic center. By observing its effects, we perceive the imperceptible, understanding that what cannot be seen is often the most powerful, shaping reality in silent, profound ways. From Earth, the night sky is a doorway. Though the heart of the Milky Way is veiled, it calls to us through subtle signs. The faint glow along the galactic plane, the gentle pull of gravity on our solar system, the distant flicker of X-rays and infrared radiation. Each observation invites reflection, a quiet acknowledgement that the universe is far larger and more intricate than our senses alone could ever perceive. In this recognition, we find both humility and awe, a gentle reminder of our smallness and our capacity to understand. Picture yourself at a telescope, gazing into the invisible, letting the mind expand alongside the data. Stars hidden behind dust suddenly appear, nebulae shimmer with hidden energy, and the quiet pulse of the galaxy's center becomes perceptible. In this act of observation, you are connected to countless others who have looked up before you, tracing the invisible, feeling the presence of the unseen. Science becomes a bridge, connecting human curiosity to the deep rhythms of the cosmos. The center of the Milky Way is both near and far, hidden yet present, a mystery illuminated through ingenuity, patience, and imagination. Through radio, infrared, X-ray, and gamma-ray eyes, we glimpse a world of beauty and complexity beyond the reach of ordinary vision. Let this understanding settle in your mind, a meditation on the unseen, the silent, and the enduring. Imagine drifting past clouds of dust and clusters of stars, guided by the light we can detect, carried gently by curiosity and wonder. In this meditation, allow yourself to float alongside the invisible, feeling the galaxy's heartbeat through the signals it sends across time and space. The Milky Way's center is no longer hidden. It is a presence you can sense, even if you cannot see it with your own eyes. Let this sense of discovery, this awareness of the unseen, accompany you into rest, carrying a calm fascination that will linger long after your eyes have closed. As you drift through thought, consider the heart of the Milky Way not just as a distant place, but as a mirror reflecting our curiosity, our imagination, and our desire to know. The dense clusters, the invisible black hole, the flowing rivers of stars, all become symbols of the unseen rhythms within ourselves. The galaxy's center is vast, ancient, and unknowable in its entirety, yet we seek to understand it, as though by observing the cosmos we understand our own place in it. Imagine standing in the dark, under a sky crowded with stars. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens, a luminous ribbon winding through the night. Somewhere along this ribbon, far beyond the naked eye, lies the galactic center. It pulses with energy, motion, and gravity, yet it remains silent, hidden, and patient. It teaches a lesson in stillness, that much of the universe's power is unseen, and that quiet forces often govern the dance of everything around them. Consider the stars that orbit Sagittarius A*, their paths shaped by the invisible pull of the supermassive black hole. Their motion is precise, graceful, a cosmic choreography we can only perceive through careful observation. These stars, while distant and alien, mirror the subtle forces within life itself, patterns of influence, invisible connections, and the gentle shaping of events beyond our immediate perception. The center of the galaxy becomes a metaphor for the unseen structures guiding our world and our lives. Meditate on the long view of time. The stars at the galactic heart live lives measured in millions or billions of years. They ignite, burn, and fade with a rhythm far slower than our daily awareness. Ancient remnants, pulsars, and neutron stars serve as cosmic fossils, each carrying the memory of past eras. Observing them invites reflection on our own ephemeral presence. We are brief sparks in a vast cosmic flow, yet we possess the capacity to perceive, to imagine, and to connect across time and space. The center also reflects the duality of creation and destruction. Stars are born from clouds of gas and dust, nurtured in hidden nurseries, while others collapse, exploding as supernovae that seed the galaxy with new matter. This cycle, repeating silently for eons, mirrors the balance within life. Growth, decay, and the continual transformation of matter and energy. By witnessing this cycle, we gain a subtle understanding of impermanence and renewal, of endings that lead to beginnings, of loss that leads to creation. In observing the galactic center, humanity also observes itself. Telescopes and instruments extend our senses, yet it is imagination, curiosity, and wonder that truly connect us to the cosmos. Every photon captured, every spectrum analyzed, every faint radio pulse detected is a dialogue between the universe and the mind reaching to understand it. The galaxy becomes a mirror, reflecting not only its own structure and forces, but our own desire to explore, to interpret, and to find meaning in the vast expanse. Visualize the Milky Way's spiral arms, winding outward from the center, each star and cloud a note in a silent symphony. The galaxy, in its immensity, reminds us that beauty does not always require immediate understanding. Sometimes its elegance lies in the complexity we can only partially perceive. In this, the cosmos reflects a gentle lesson, that wonder and humility are companions, that the search for knowledge is as important as the knowledge itself, and that our reflections in this cosmic mirror are both personal and universal. Let your mind linger on the hidden forces at play. The gravity of Sagittarius A*, the motions of clustered stars, the invisible webs of gas and dust, and the energetic flares flashing in X-ray and gamma-ray light. These forces, while unseen to ordinary vision, shape the galaxy with quiet authority. Reflect on the parallels in your own life. The invisible influences, the subtle patterns, the unseen energies that guide choices, relationships, and the flow of experience. The galaxy becomes a teacher, a mirror for contemplation, a companion in quiet meditation. As your thoughts drift, Imagine the center not as a distant, abstract location, but as a living, breathing presence in the cosmos. Its cycles, energy, and motion mirror the cycles within us and within all life. Every star, every cloud, every hidden pulse becomes part of a greater narrative, a story of interconnectedness, rhythm, and balance. In this reflection, the universe and the self become entwined, and meditation becomes a bridge across vast distances of space and imagination. Finally, let sleep approach as a gentle continuation of this meditation. Imagine yourself floating above the galaxy, drifting past spiraling arms and clouds of dust, glimpsing the hidden heart pulsing silently below. The center of the Milky Way is no longer distant. It is a companion in quiet observation, a mirror reflecting your own curiosity and wonder. Allow the vastness to comfort you, the silence to soothe you, and the invisible rhythms to lull you into rest. In dreaming, carry with you the gentle awe of knowing that the universe is alive with forces both seen and unseen, and that you are a part of its reflection, even as you drift into sleep.